What's your best malicious compliance story that actually worked? The little coffee spot across from my college. Bean bunker, right off. Maplehurst University decided it was tired of dead vibes. So the owner, a dude named Craig with a man bun and a podcast voice, installed these ceiling energy sensors. Not for smoke, not for fire, for silence. They were basically noise detectors with attitude. He put up signs that said, keep it lit, 65 dB minimum. And he meant it. If your table dropped under 65 decibels for 2 straight minutes, the pendant light over your seat would blink red like you were a wanted criminal. And this retired cop security guy would stroll over and do the whole, hey bud, time to wrap it up, like you'd been shoplifting peace and quiet. It started ugly. A girl got kicked out while quietly sniffling through a breakout test. A nursing student got booted for doing dosage math with her lips not moving enough. The worst one was Professor McCabe, local legend, who came every morning to read a paper and eat the same dry scone. 3 days in a row, he got the flashing red light of shame and got escorted out mid-crossword. After that, he stopped coming. People started calling it the Shout Shack, and the Yelp reviews got mean fast. My roommate Talia and I were ranting about it at dinner when I had the kind of idea you only have when you're fueled by spite and cafeteria lasagna. If they want noise, I said, we'll give them noise, but like on a schedule. That night, I grabbed a pack of sticky notes and wrote down the most random facts I could remember. Not motivational quotes, not conversation starters, just absolute chaos knowledge. Next morning, we rolled in with our study group and one very important tool, my friend Mason's decibel meter app. We took a big table like we owned the place, opened our laptops, and launched Operation Technically Loud. Here was the system. Every 80-90 seconds, one person had to say a fact loud enough to satisfy the censor. Then immediately back to silent studying. No chatting, no vibe, just controlled yelling. Wombat poop is cube-shaped, Talia barked, at a clean 74 dB. Then we all went back to highlighting like monks. 90 seconds later, Mason, bananas are berries! Back to work. It was beautiful because Craig never set a maximum volume, just a minimum. So we weren't breaking rules. We were obeying them aggressively. The baristas kept glancing over like they couldn't decide if we were genius or possessed. One of them, Jules, covered in tattoos and pure exhaustion, literally mouthed thank you every time the red light didn't flash. And then the campus found out by the end of the week it turned into a full-blown rotation. People signed up like it was a part-time job. Morning shift yelled history facts. Midday shift did science. Night shift screamed summaries of reality TV like it was Shakespeare. Somebody brought a little handheld megaphone. Another guy brought an air horn for emphasis, which got immediately banned by Jules with the fury of 1,000 suns. An engineering major coded a timer app called Louder that buzzed your phone when it was time to yell and suggested a random approved fact. We made a shared Google Doc titled Official Yell Bank. I wish I was joking. The philosophy kids got weird with it, of course. One girl started shouting moral dilemmas like she was hosting a game show. A theater major performed the names of every fast and furious movie with dramatic pauses and full body acting. The censor stayed happy. The place, meanwhile, turned into an educational hostage situation. And here's the funniest side effect. People stopped talking entirely. Regular customers started using hand signals, then full-on learning ASL off YouTube, just so they could communicate without triggering the next scheduled scream. Staff started picking up signs for latte, oat milk, and please help. A book club started meeting there and decided collectively to take an intro ASL, class for survival, deaf. Students who used to get hassled because signing didn't count as noise were suddenly thriving at the best table every morning like kings and queens of the apocalypse, occasionally helping panicked hearing students fingerspell. Cappuccino. 3 weeks into this madness, Craig cornered me right as I was mid-fact. Venice is built on wood pilings, I announced loud and crisp. Craig looked like he hadn't slept since the sensors were installed. Behind him, someone was yelling the elements of the periodic table like a battle chant. He whispered, please, make it stop. I showed him the decibel app. We're following the rule. You said 65 minimum. We're giving you 70 plus. Educational, vibrant, lit. He actually flinched when someone nearby yelled, humans have 206 bones, like it was a threat. The next morning, the sensors were gone, replaced by a sad paper sign that said, system down, tech issues. Yeah, sure. Tech issues, totally. Peace finally came back. People could study. Professor McCabe returned. And Bean Bunker accidentally became the most ASL-friendly cafe near campus, because half the staff and regulars kept practicing the signs they learned during the Great Yelling era. I still have those sticky notes in my backpack. Sometimes when it gets too quiet, I catch myself thinking, wombat poop is cube-shaped.